So I just wanted to quickly make a video talking about what on earth Sony is doing with their, well, essentially killing off physical media. There's no other way to put it. So they announced, I think it was about 2 days ago now, that they would be ending their disc production in January of 2028. This doesn't just mean PlayStation exclusives, by the way. This literally means everything that goes on the PlayStation Store. Developers might want a physical edition. They can't have it now. Excuse the terrible Call of Duty Black Ops 3 footage in the background. I just needed something to play when I was talking about this. Um, and so yeah, this is what I ended up going with. But anyway, so this doesn't just mean PlayStation exclusives like The Last of Us, Spider-Man. This means everything that goes on the PlayStation Store will no longer have a physical counterpart, which is a very dangerous precedent. And you know, Microsoft and Nintendo are gonna follow up and be like, "Oh yeah, tasty, tasty, we can get away with this," because they probably can. Which is really, really bad, to be honest with you. I don't know what other way I can put this. Um, it like shouldn't be allowed. Genuinely, like, stop killing games. Might as well just change their name to Start Killing Games because their success rate just plummeted, I think. And it's really unfortunate because that initiative was something that I was not necessarily invested in, but rooting for it to succeed because of what it would mean for future games in the gaming industry. And now it seems like it's not going to be a thing. I mean, we had fucking some thing where, yeah, it was, what was it? Basically, they fucking said that Minecraft servers, community servers are piracy. Jesus, I'm really bad at this. Jeez. I'm watching the footage as I'm recording this. But yeah, like, it's bad. I don't need to really say anything else other than it's bad, and it really should be illegal. Like, because digital games, you do not own them. You do not own them. You own a license to them. You're renting the game. Now, if on the PlayStation and Xbox store it said rent, not buy, because buy gives a false sense of security. You're not buying games anymore. You're renting games. That's how the digital landscape works. As we've seen with the Xbox 360 store, you can't buy new games off of that anymore. You can re-download existing ones, but you can no longer buy new games. You can no longer buy new games on that storefront. 2026, 2027, that's what's going to happen with the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita digital storefronts. You will no longer be able to buy games on those storefronts as of, in some countries, August 2026, and for the rest of the world, 2027. I believe July 2027 for the rest of the world. That's when everything shuts down. Now, Sony do say that you'll be able to download older products you have previously purchased for the foreseeable future. How long that is, fuck knows. But honestly, if this is what it is, to own a console now, the main fucking point of which was the physical games. PC's been digital for fucking ages. If you wanted physical discs, PC physical discs stopped being fucking made ages ago. You want physical discs now, you have to go to a console. Now there is 0 point in owning a console because you don't get the one thing that PC doesn't have. PC does not have physical discs anymore. You can't go into a fucking shop and find Marvel's Spider-Man 2 for PC on a physical disc. And it's not even just that. It's the fact that Sony only have one store on their page. They only have one store on their fucking consoles. Whether it's PC, you've got Epic Games, you've got GOG, you've got Epic, you've got Steam, you've got GOG. So you've got multiple different avenues which you can go down, and taking away physical games for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6 in future owners are is going to lock the player into one storefront. Like, you're only going to be able to buy games from Sony, which, yes, is how it is now, but you still, up until 2028, January 2028, you have that choice. You don't have to buy a digital game. You can still buy physical. Yes, most of the time now you are just buying, like in Call of Duty's case, like, what, 50 megabytes on the disc, 150 or 200 gigs you have to download. This is not only a problem for preserving physical media, which it is a massive, massive thing, because now PS6 games aren't going to be easily preservable. Yeah, I'm sure there are ways. I'm sure people will figure out ways to preserve the games going forward. This is why emulation is so important, because they're probably like some of the only people that actually preserve things. Like, the communities that crack the PC ports of games, which, yes, is morally grey, but hey, if buying isn't owning, piracy isn't stealing. And so, yeah, that's just my stance. If you're not buying something and you don't own it, pirating it is not stealing it, because you never owned it anyway. Like, genuinely, the only reason, like, I have a copy of GTA San Andreas, the PS2. I own that, Sony. What are you gonna fucking do? Come into my fucking house and shoot me dead and fucking take the copy away to an incinerator and burn it? Well, actually, you might do that. Probably don't want to give them any ideas. um, but yeah, it's just, honestly, it's so pathetic. They shouldn't be allowed to do it. And I think the backlash, it's not going to make a difference, but I'm not telling you to give up hope. Keep fucking commenting under their posts. Like, yeah, keep commenting. Just don't give up on hope, but they're not going to walk it back. I don't think. This is not like the one time in 2021, I believe, when they tried to shut down the PS3 and Vita stores, and everyone was like, no, you can't do that. This, I feel like they've had their eyes on this for a long time. And going to GTA 6 for a second, I think Rockstar were their human shields, or attempted human shields, because the backlash Rockstar got was nothing compared to what Sony are having right now. Rockstar comes out first and is like, oh, GTA 6 would be a code in a box. That gives Sony the kind of, like, oh, okay, we can do this now. Sony, using them as a fucking human shield failed, because you are getting hate online. Whether or not this was coordinated, I think it was. It's definitely not a coincidence. And yeah, it's definitely not a coincidence, because, I mean, if you look at the timing, like, Rockstar's like, oh, look, GTA 6, code in a box, and then what, like a week later or something like that? Sony is like, due to consumer trends, we are no longer going to be producing discs as of January 2028. I always want to go 28th of January, but it's not right. It's January 2028. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. Some of the responses I've seen are really funny. Like, Domino's Pizza UK was like, April 2027, April 1st, 2027. Due to consumer trends in the gaming industry, we will no longer be selling physical pizzas. Our pizzas will be digital. Like, that's funny as fuck. Like, that's actually really funny. And it was, yeah, like, I love stuff like that, but, like, it's bad. I think fucking KFC even got involved and said something similar, like, all their products will be digital fake PNG files that you can't even eat, you just have to stare at them. Um, so I love the fucking responses there are online and shit like that's really funny. But it's not a good thing. What Sony is doing is they're getting even more of a chokehold on the industry. They don't need it. They already have it. They have loads of exclusives. Xbox forgot what exclusives are. They had exclusives, like that whole thing of like, oh, PlayStation has all the exclusives. Yes, because Xbox fucking forgot what exclusives were. Xbox had less exclusives, but they did have exclusives. They had Forza, Horizon, and Motorsport. They had Halo. They had Gears of War. And probably a few others that I'm just not thinking of right now. But no, fucking Microsoft decided to go multi-platform and fuck over their console users, fuck over the people that have been with them for years for their exclusives. Like Halo is on the PS5 now. Forza Horizon is on the PS5. Gears of War was going to come to PS5. New CEO is like, no, we ain't doing that. Like Xbox had exclusives. They forgot what they were. Now if you want to like if you, like all I'm going to say is if you want to be a gamer nowadays in if you want to get into physical games in the year of our Lord 2026, if you have a console, say like a PS5 or a PS4 or an Xbox One or Series S or X, keep it. Do not upgrade if you're on the last generation. I know that sounds mad because it's like, Jesus, you're on the 8th generation of consoles, PS4 and Xbox One. Do not upgrade. Save money. And when you have enough, because it is going to cost you a lot nowadays, but when you have enough money, buy a PC. Consoles are essentially dead. They might not be dead in terms of sales, but the only use for a console, like the only reason to own a console, physical discs, is dead. And yes, there are exclusives on consoles, like Sony said they're no longer going to be bringing their exclusives to PC. But when they stop, like when the PS6 is fucking moving even less than the Xbox Series X is this generation, I think they might have a bit of a change of heart. Either that, or we're just completely fucked. Now, for games like, let's say, God of War, Ragnarok, God of War 2018, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Miles Morales, you can play them on the PC, PS5, and you can play Ragnarok 2018 and Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales. You can play them on the PC and PS4 and PS5. The only one you can't play on a PS4 is Spider-Man 2. That you need a PS5 for, or a PC, a Steam Deck. I wouldn't get that though. Like, genuinely, do not get a Steam Deck. Do not get a Steam machine. They're really expensive. They're not worth it. Stick with the console you have. Wait until you have enough money, and buy a PC. That's my That's my final thought. Because yes, everything on PC is digital, but you have player choice of where you buy things. Sony is stripping that player choice away from people, and it's really just not acceptable. Yeah, so that's it from me. If you have enjoyed this, well, you know what to do. It's a small fucking YouTube channel. I don't really want to say it because it's cringe. Like, comment, fucking subscribe if you want to, and piss off now. I'll see you in the next video or live stream, depending on what I decide to do next.